All right, Harmony Science Academy, Algebra 2. We're going to get into polynomial division, long division. There's only one time you can use synthetic, and you can use it, but I want to help you guys out better by preparing you with long division. It's really not that bad. Good skill to have, okay? So you guys know division, for example, right? 35, let's say, into 405, okay? Now, that's 45, right? You guys know that. So when I said 405, I need to put a 0 in there, right? So you'll see that right now with polynomials, we have to do that, okay? Fill in the spots. So anyways, if we divide 40 by 35, it goes in once. 1 times 35 is 35. Okay, then we subtract, which gives us 5. We bring this guy down. 35 goes into 55 one time. Multiply that. You get 20. And we can actually stop there and say with a remainder of 20 divided by 35. Okay, so this you've seen before. Polynomials is very, very much the same thing. Okay, so before we officially move on, let's kind of review some vocabulary. So you have the guy that's getting divided. Okay, in our case, we're going to have polynomials. Then you have the guy doing the dividing, which is another polynomial, okay, d of x in this case. And after you divide them, you get some answer up here, right? Which is the result. We'll call it q of x. And after you do all those steps, okay, sometimes it's 0, sometimes you get some kind of remainder. And this notation means this, all of these could be a polynomial divided by a polynomial. We'll give you a polynomial, and the remainder is 0 or some polynomial, okay? And the correct terminology here is inside here you have the dividend. Out here is the divisor. What you get is the quotient, and this is the remainder. Good for your notes. Again, you're very close to being adult college kids, so you should be able to speak the material, okay? Anyways, so synthetic division would let you do this guy, but not this guy. So that's why we have to prep you with a skill that'll save you for everything, long division, but for the CBA, not for practice. You guys can use synthetic, but for our 1 day of practice, you're going to go long division on everything, okay? So let's go ahead and start off with 2. We've got our divisor. Okay, we have our dividend. He doesn't have an x squared, but we've been here before, right? So x, what do I need to multiply to give me 2x cubed? Okay, well, I need, this is 1x and I need 3 total, so I need 2 of them. Okay, notice how I put it right on top of this x squared. I don't have a 2, I need a 2, so I'm going to multiply by 2. So 2x squared times x is, okay, 2x squared times this is plus 4x squared. 2 times 2, there's no x here, so those 2 come with me, okay? Now be careful here, okay, because you have to subtract 0 minus 4 and 2 minus 2, so that disappears, okay? We bring this guy down. I'm dealing with 2 terms at a time, so I've got 2 terms. I could bring this here if it was a 3rd term, but we're good, okay? All right. So here I need a negative 4. Forgot this guy. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. I need another x, so I'll put it in here. And now this times that is, this times this is Okay. I put these parentheses so we don't forget we're subtracting all of it. Okay. So this minus this becomes plus. I have, and this minus this becomes plus. This cancels. Okay. So now the last thing I need to do is ask myself, what do I need to multiply to this x to get this guy? Minus 7. This times this. This times this. We subtract, these are done. Negative 7 plus 14 is 7. Okay. So at the end, I'm going to get a remainder of 7 over x plus 2. Alright, so that's us getting our hands dirty. So let's go ahead and jump to 7. Alright, it's actually number 1. Okay, so the big difference is this binomial is quadratic, it's not linear. So that's what's going to make things different here, and you need to be prepared for that, okay? So let's go and plug this guy in. X cubed minus 4x squared minus 23x plus 5. And again, just copying is half of the battle. Alright, so let's play the same game. This multiplied by what gives me this? I need an x and I need a 7. Okay, notice how my x's are lined up, okay? The terms. So I got my 7x cubed. This times this is minus 21x. I can't put it here. I have to put it here. Okay. Why? Because you can't subtract an x with an x squared. Okay, it's got to be the same variable in the same degree. So if it helps, you can pretend there's an imaginary this. Okay, whatever. Okay, this subtracted disappears. This we bring it down. This becomes plus 21, so we get minus 2x. Okay, now sometimes you're wondering, should I bring down to 5 or not? I'm going to leave it there for now, but let's go ahead and play the game, right? What do I need to multiply this? Well, I need a negative 4, so I'm going to put a minus 4. This times this gives me that. This times this gives me 12. Awesome, but I can't put the 12 here, right? It needs to go over here, which tells me, yes, I should bring the 5. Okay. Notice that let the math kind of create the scenario for you. Okay. Don't force the issue and should I or shouldn't I? Okay, carry out that simple multiplication up front and then make sure your terms align. Okay. So once again, if you have to see something there, you can put one of these. Okay? So this minus this disappears. This comes down. This minus this is a negative 7. So we are done. So we would say remainder negative 2x minus 7 over. Okay. We are done. We'll go and get some practice in class. See you then.